I'm back. I made it. It's been 1 month since the National, 1 month since we've done any mealy stocks. And let me tell you, we've had so much go on. Today's episode, we're going to talk about running the Collectors Con, which was a national level 400 table corporate sponsorship, sports cards, collectible, comics, Pokemon show that we just had Labor Day weekend. Let's get into this. This one will be fun. Hello, welcome to Mealy Stocks episode 43. You may not know me because I haven't been making many episodes. It has been a tumultuous return from the National. It almost seems like the National has been, years ago in Chicago. I met so many great folks, so many of you out there. But I'm back. This is episode 43. And we are kind of we're part of the SlabStox network. My name is Jameel. I own a shop here in Florida, North Florida, Gainesville to be exact. And what we do here is we try and cover topics that are, I think, unique to maybe not the norm you might see on the SlabStox network. So have I got some news for you guys and just some things to share with you. Today's episode is going to be all about Collectors Con and running this show. Before we get into it, I think I've always tried my best to give people a different perspective from the other side of the table with regards to the dealer, the dealer side. Maybe that's been a niche that I've had and can share with you, and I try and be as transparent as I can with folks to just share, what's going on across the table, how things go on. But have I got kind of a whole other world, take that world as being a dealer, and now be on the other side of that and the public where now you are running a 400 table show, national level show, national level sponsors, grading folks, autograph guests, autograph signers. It was wild. So we'll get into that right now. Before we get started, I will reference this a lot today. Our Instagram, which is collectors_con. Please go take a look at it. It's very easy to find on Instagram. I'll try and zoom in here a little bit as well. But this is our Instagram. Oop, I don't know what I just did, but there we go. Here's our Instagram. We have some things here, as you can see. Our last post we just posted that about an hour ago, just showing how big it was. Some of the things going on at the event, all the people at the event. This was held in Tampa Bay at the convention center, Labor Day weekend. You guys might recognize this beautiful face here, Mr. Ronald J. Acuna Jr. We have some kids and voice actors. We have we had a trade cruise. Here he is right there, Antonio Brown. We were promoting this for months and months and months. And as you can see, Collectors Con is really a thing to stay. I will go into some things today I want to share with you guys. And hopefully this episode will be fun for folks. So let me tell you a little bit about the backstory and kind of how I got involved. And then we'll go into what transpired. This could even be a two-part series. So we'll see how it goes and how well the first video does. But myself and a team of people about 3 months ago kind of were talking about card shows in Florida and really a national level thing. And the one thing we noticed here is that in Florida, especially in the southeast, there's not really that presence, right? There's not really that massive presence of national level sports collectibles and really just call it a collectible show. There's some good shows in the state, many people that run good shows, but it seems like they're always around that 50 to 100 table mark. And just kind of what I've been blessed with, my wife and I with the shop, we've been able to kind of grow a national level shop, gain exposure, talk to people. SlabStox has been a big part of that, getting to know folks. And I got with these folks and I just said, hey, why don't we, it wasn't me, it was really their idea, but they came to me saying, can you help us grow this and make this something beyond what we're doing right now? So Collectors Con was birthed in the summer of this year, June. So you're talking about June, July, August, and then it was Labor Day weekend. We decided to throw an event that was nationally recognized, that it was a national level event that would bring in massive guests, hopefully a huge attendance, do some unique things, and we had 3 months to plan it. So the last 3 months have been tumultuous to say the least. I've had a lot of ups and downs. but it's over, and my voice is kind of back. I didn't have my voice yesterday, but myself, a guy named Sean Cerruti, who's a really, really good dude, Jacob, as many of you guys know him, a guy named Darius, a guy named Kyle, and Sean's sister Erica are kind of our core team in putting this event on and planning the event. And then additionally, shout out to everybody. I can't go out through all the names, but the volunteers that help this weekend with the show. There's so many of you who just came through. So many people from the Mealy Pops family who just volunteered their time to help make this show a success. I could probably tell you about 50,000 different things that we learned and will do again or will not do again moving forward. But I thought maybe the best thing to do would be just to kind of talk about what it was like for me being on that side of hosting and throwing a show, and not just throwing a show, but then the ups and downs of it. So we had planned for this show. Our goal was to have 2,000 to 2,500 people show up on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I know when you compare those levels to Dallas or some of the other bigger shows you see, and again, we're not trying to be another show. We're just trying to be a collectible convention that focused on sports cards, Pokemon, and comics. And now we're seeing as we finish this that it's going to grow into even more than that. Funko Pops, graded video games, maybe Legos, maybe high-end collectible watches. All these things that kind of fall into that realm of collectibles is what Collectors Con is. One thing that we decided with this event as well was to really engage the collector's experience from the grading aspect. So not only was that a big part of it, but we had, from the autograph side, PSA on site. The DNA team was there. JSA, their whole team was there. So from an autograph side, getting things authenticated, getting autographs graded, encapsulated, all of those abilities were to be had at our show. Then the grading of cards, PSA, we set up with one of the best group submitters, I believe, in the nation. His name is Jared with Gem Mint Wax Pack. And he set up, took in submissions. I know that with PSA right now there's not a lot of submissions to take in, but he set up, he told me he took in a couple hundred, I think it was, high-end submissions to get things done. Express, Super Express, we hope for the next Collectors Con event, which we're planning for in December, to have regular available and to have all that stuff on site to be accepted. But additionally, HGA was there, CSG, CGC was there, so people could come and then submit cards and collectibles to all three of those individuals represented. And the nice thing about it was you could do it on site, right? So we really wanted to teeter into that, tap into that, having grading on site, which was great, having some national level vendors on site, which we did, which was incredible. We had autograph guests from, I would consider them anime realm, non-sports realm, and then also the sporting realm. I got a chance to meet Larry Johnson this weekend, Grandmama. He set up through one of the autograph guests. We had a guy named Antonio Brown. You guys may know him as AB. Plays for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Catches passes from the GOAT, Tom Brady. Let's go Bucks. Let's run it back. And he came out on Saturday, signed autographs. It was great. We even got a chance to do a private signing with him with Collectors Con specific stuff. And then Sunday was our big guest. We had another big guest on Saturday, which I'll save for in a second because we had a little hiccup with that. But Sunday we had Ronald Acuna Jr., who, as many of you know, is just an incredible talent. He's hurt right now, obviously, so we were able to kind of work with him and get him at the event. But Ronald Acuna there came with his friends and family and had just a terrific event, a huge turnout for them, hundreds and hundreds of people in line, and then, of course, doing a private signing with him, which, again, if any of you are interested, we do have bats and baseballs and things through Collectors Con that you can contact me. We can help you get all PSA authenticated. So it was a really cool event to be a part of from that side. And maybe one of the next things that we talk about is, running private signing events, running autograph events, how that really works to be successful. We had just incredible response to the entire event. People coming up to me and telling me how thankful they were from the public side. Very little complaints. I mean, there's things I can't control. Like I can't control the parking, can't control the vendor bay, how you come in. It's just set sizes. But from the standpoint of the event being run, the event, people getting in, understanding what's going on, I think it was satisfactory or more than that, above satisfactory. Our goal is to be obviously flawless, but had a really cool time, putting it together. So all the hard work did pay off. The event, we had about 3,500 people in the building over the course of those 3 days. I would say from a general attendance, it was probably closer to 3,000 because that number I gave you included some of the vendors. So about 3,000, which we know surpassed our goal of 2,000 to 2,500. Marketed through Facebook, marketed through Instagram, did other things, made videos, and got the word out. And so it was just a really cool time for us to showcase collectibles. We had so much happening at once, that from vendor check-ins to spending time with vendors to customer service related things to things that came up on the fly for the convention center. All of this stuff was just kind of part of the event, right? I mean, it's just the ups and downs of it. So I'm very thankful that I got to be a part of this. I'm very thankful that I'm part of the ownership of it. We have a great team, and we're going to be moving forward. But running a card show, running a collectibles convention, it's not easy, folks. And for those of you who maybe have aspirations to grow into that or get to that point, I would encourage you really understand the dynamics of all of the details that need to be done for this, and the teams that need to be created for this. We did things very differently. We didn't just run a card show and just have some tables set up and come pay us and we'll help you with showcases. We ran autograph signings. We had private signings. We had abilities for you to engage in people multiple different ways. We had graders on site that we brought. We had vendors. Shout out to people like Dave and Adams on site that came from Buffalo. Awesome sports cards from Vegas. People from all over. These vendors that came with high-end wax and ability to sell lots and lots of things. Local people in the state. So to be successful, I think there's got to be a buffet of everything. And we made an effort to push TCG. There were a lot of MetaZoo, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon vendors at this event, which was great. That got to see a lot of the influencers, got to spend time with those folks, got to meet them, got to do some cool trades. We tried to make the event even extra special. We had a trade cruise on Saturday. It was limited to 150 tickets. It sold out. It was a boat filled with people in the hobby, eating, drinking, spending time together, dancing, music, and then also trading, which was cool. So we had these things, on the Tampa Bay. It rained that night, but of course I can't control the weather. It was still a sweet time with the people and the folks out there. And we just try to make things different, right? So hosting this event for me was definitely fun. A lot of work. I have to shout out to all the people that were helpful, because it would not have been a success without those folks. But we had a good time. So I wanted to give you a kind of just a synopsis of it. We did have a hiccup in the event, and it's good to learn from this. 10 o'clock on Saturday, which would have been the opening of the real event to the general admission, the public. We had the VIP Friday night, but 10 a.m., Juan DeFranco, who obviously is on fire right now, is the center of all the MLB's attention, was supposed to attend our event and signed from 10 to 12, and we had a private setup and all these things. And what happened was, you guys saw Thursday night, I had knocked to his head and had to kind of go through these concussion protocols. And we got a phone call, really, not too short before, it wasn't much preparation time before our event at 10 a.m. to say that he's not going to make it. And so Wander couldn't make the event. He couldn't do the signing because of protocols, things that he had to do for the Tampa Bay Rays organization, which, guys and gals, it's part of what happens when you get injured. You have to go through these things, and I'm glad that those parameters are set up for testing specifically with the head. And so we couldn't postpone it. He had to be at the game. He was trying to get cleared for the game. He got cleared for the game, and 4:05 p.m. was his game. So we had to cancel that all on the spot, and that was tough. That was tough to do, right? You prepare for something, and you let down so many people, but it's really it's events that you can't control. I think for the most part, the response to that was understanding. Obviously, people were upset. They bought things. They prepared things for the event, but he couldn't show up. So we had AB later that afternoon, of course, Acuna on the second day, as well as many other people that showed up. But it was just kind of an experience. You learn a lot from the things that you do. We're gonna do things differently as we move forward. We are looking to bring in more guests and more individuals. I'll tell you what. Once we can announce the dates, we're looking for a December Collectors Con. I don't know if we're going to call it 2 or 2.0 or whatever, but the second Collectors Con for 2021 is going to be a big deal. And I encourage you to come on out, just be a part of it. I'd love to give you a fist bump and tell you thanks for being there. But here's what I did find out is that people were spending money. The marketplace was super hot. Trades were happening left and right. There were a ton of individuals who came up to me, vendors, who told me that was the best show they've ever had. The amount of money they made, they blew their expectations away. 5, 10x, what they thought they were going to do. Very, very few people told me they didn't sell anything, which means that the traffic was good throughout the entire show. Obviously, Saturday was our biggest day. Friday our weakest day because that was a VIP, and then Sunday kind of being our normal day. But, I learned a lot watching the show. I mean, not a lot of things that I haven't really experienced being a vendor, but being on the other side of it, showcase rentals, placement of people, issues that come up with, wrong boots and this and that and this and that. So the long story short is the perspective of being on the other side was quite a bit. And I'm looking forward to seeing what our second Collectors Con, what we can do with it, how we can grow with it. I'd love to check the comments out this week. I'm heading to the Vegas Summit show, and then the Summit, which is obviously a event that is for the future of the hobby. I didn't even talk today about Fanatics. I didn't even mention anything about my thoughts on that, mainly because Collectors Con is just fresh in my mind. But that's definitely something I want to talk about in the future. Another thing I want to talk about is, as you can see right here, there used to be a wall there. Now there's a door there. So we're working on expansion in our shop and trying to grow out and be a better shop and representation for our staff, and to be efficient with our breaks and with our sales and things that we do. So there's just a lot at play right now, and I may be here and there. Maybe we'll get an episode once every 2 weeks, but I'm not leaving, and I'm looking forward to this fall. I think September, October, November, December is going to be fun. The Bucks play tomorrow night. Today is Wednesday for me. Thursday night, it's going to be awesome, and I just can't wait to see how sports and the card world, the hobby, just kind of continues to grow. I know there's a lot of trepidation and reservation as we talk about the card world moving forward, and I wouldn't worry about it, folks. I think we're in a great place. I would say this: if you're somebody who's only been focused on maybe one genre or one sport or one thing, I would say it might be smart to start to learn to diversify. But I do think that as we grow and as things change, from 2021 to 2022 to 23 to 24 to 25, the hobby is going to evolve, and that's from a sports card side. You're going to see the same thing with comics and Pokemon cards, TCG cards. It's already happening with TCG cards. You're going to see the same thing with video games, graded video games. We're moving into Funko Pops. Don't know if anybody knows, but go do your homework on PSA encapsulated Funko Pops that are graded. The autos are graded. That's a whole new market that's emerging. Just so many cool things happening, and I am excited to be a part of it, folks. It's ever changing, and I'll leave you with this one. This is one of the cool pieces that we got for the event. I guess there's always something cool that you can show off, right? But here is a Ronald Acuna baseball right here, and you can see right there, bang, baby. Collectors Con 2021. There it is. There's focused there. Collectors Con 2021. So we got a little piece for Collectors Con, and of course, your boy had to say Ronald. Well, first thing I'll tell you quickly is I showed Ronald my hat, and he just shook his head at me. So, good dude. But here you go as well. Got him to sign a Ronald Acuna baseball. Hashtag 101 right there. Mealy Pops. So some fun things to be a part of, and I'm able to obtain and just share with you guys. Collectors Con was amazing, and thank you guys who did show up. If you did show up, please comment below. Let me know what you thought of the event, and we'll just keep going from there, guys. Keep pushing the hobby. Keep doing amazing things. Love one another out there. Be kind to each other, and God bless you. I'll see you guys for Mealy Stocks episode 44 next time. But until then, peace.